close this. अपकमिंग दिखा रहा है. हाँ लाइव है. ओके, नो नीड टू वरी. ओके, लेट्स स्टार्ट इन 2 minutes. Mm, 1 second. So I'll update here. Leetcode weekly 302 and this thing. Boom. Done. Maximum number of pairs in array. Okay. You're given a zero index array nums. In one operation, you may do the following: choose two integers and nums that are equal. Okay. Remove both integers from the nums, forming a pair. अच्छा, let's say it's let's say इसको बड़ा कर सकते हैं, right? Let's say numbers are 2, 2 and 3, so I can remove 2 and 2, thereby forming a pair, right? So the new array would look something like this. Okay. And remove two integers from nums, forming a pair. Okay, this operation is done on nums as many times as possible, so I can do it indefinite number of times. Return a zero index integer array answer of size 2, where answer of 0 is the number of pairs that are formed and answer of 1 is the number of leftover integer in numbers after doing the operation as many times as possible. So do I need to do it? Okay, so I need to maximize the number of pairs and the number of leftover integers. So in this case, the answer would be what? Number of pairs is 1 and the leftover value is 1 only, right? Had this been 4, the leftover would be 2. Had this been 5, the leftover would be 3, and so on. Okay. What if this was 5? Then I could have formed something like, let's say 5 comma 5. Then automatically number of pairs is 2 comma 2, 5 comma 5, 2, and the leftover is 3 comma 4. So probably this is original array, and again this is also the leftover, right? Yeah, leftover. So leftover would be 2 in this case. Okay, what can we do? Okay, how do I get the pairs in a very optimal format? What if my array is having 2 in this way? Then I can have the count of 2, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. So I know I can form at max 6 by 2, which is 3 pairs. Okay, what if this was 7? Then I can form at max 7 by 2, which is again 3 pairs, but here leftover 2 would be what? 1. Okay, 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 okay. I get it. So so let's have a hash map first, and for let's say value in nums, I can say if value not in hash map, in that case hash map of value is, what do we say, 1, else hash map of value plus equivalent to 1. At the end of the day, I'll say key what is my number of pairs? It's initially 0. What is the number of leftovers? Is initially 0. So here itself I'll say that let's loop in this hash map. So for key in hash map, so probably my key is the number, and the hash map of key, which is indeed my value, is the frequency of the key, which in this case is number, right? So in this case, what I can say is that pairs I can form is nothing but hash map of key by 2, yes, and what's the leftover? Left overs, O is capital, plus equivalent to क्या होगा? 7 है, right? तो mod करने से ही चलेगा, correct? Yes, mod करने से ही चलेगा. hash map of key modulo 2. That will do. Okay. And at the end I have to return a small tuple of this wherein pairs and leftovers will be provided. Okay, let's say use example test cases, run code. What should be the answer? 311001 311001. This is what my answer is now. Submit. Accepted. Great. Okay, ये हो गया. इसके बाद कौन सा प्रॉब्लम? Maximum sum of a pair with equal sum of digits. खोलो उसको यार. Maximum sum of a pair with equal sum of digits. Acha. You're given a zero index array nums consisting of positive integers. You can choose two indices I and j such that I is not equivalent to j, and the sum of digits of the numbers and nums of I is equal to the nums of j. Consider positive integers. You can choose two indices I and j. So let's say index at 0 and index at 5. I am choosing it, and the sum of digits of the numbers nums of I is equal to the sum of digits of the numbers nums of j. So probably क्या दिमाग में आ रहा है कि let's say the array is something like this. 15 है पहला number, and then we have some number, I don't care whatever the number is, and then we have a number 51. So maybe I can pick a number at this index which is at 0th index, and I can pick a number at let's say 0 1 2 3 third index, which in this case is 51. But it's also said कि the sum of the digits of the numbers is equal to that. So probably like इसका sum कितना है? 1 plus 5 is 6. इधर भी 1. 5 plus 1 is 6. So it's something like 1 plus 5 is 6, and इधर में it's probably 5 plus 1. But again, the sum is the same, right? So I can pick in this way. Criteria. So return the maximum value of nums of I plus nums of j that you can obtain over all possible indices I and j that satisfy the condition. Makes sense. So what can I do? Acha, maximum value of nums of I. Okay, so probably, firstly I'll loop over all of these numbers. Acha, constraint क्या है? 10 to the power 9, right? 10 to the power 9 क्या हो गया? 9 digits at max. Let's say 50 digit भी है, so it's not a problem. 10 to the power 9 ही है, it's not a problem. 10 to the power 5, so it's big O of n, not n log n जाना ही नहीं है, big O of n में हो जाएगा. Big O of n में हो जाएगा, right? Because let's say 51 है, and then we have something like 2 and 3, 23, or let's say 24. तो इसमें मैं क्या numbers plus करूंगा? इसमें मैं instead of picking and adding 15 and 51, I'll add 51 and 24 because both of them are 6, but also give me the maximum value, right? Okay, let's ignore this thing. Let's say this was not there. So I'll pick this. So what I can do is, based on the sum, I'll create a hash map wherein मेरे को पता है कि okay, that sum is present in the hash map, then I'll put in that number, and let's say that number could be a max heap. Max heap हो सकता है, so I can retrieve the number very quickly. Done. Yes, I can do that. Okay. So probably my hash map is again empty, and let's say n is the length of nums. और क्या करना है? For let's say I in range of n, it's a simple for loop. What is my current value? It's probably nums of I. Now मेरे को nums जो भी है, let's say my number is let's say my number is 159. So I just have to get the sum of it, which in this case is 15, right? How do I get it? I can just simply do digit traversal, right? पीछे से digit traverse करेंगे. Yeah, anything I can do, right? So value is nums of I. I can say that my current sum is initially 0. Current sum is initially 0. While value is greater than 0, I can say my digit is nothing but value modulo 10, right? Acha, let's say it's 159. 159 modulo 10 is what? 10 15s are 150, 9 बाकी रहेगा. हाँ, सही है. तो digit क्या हो गया? तो I can even say last digit is value modulo 10. Now I can add it to my current sum. So current sum plus equivalent to not 1 but whatever this last digit is, and then I can say key value will be updated to value by 10, or I can even do it in a much faster way in this way. Makes sense. This is very similar to something like value is equivalent to value by 10, wherein my um, double slash denotes, what do we say, floor division. The reason I'm writing this is this will help me in interview as well. I'm writing the comments properly and so on. Okay, now what can we do? Value by 10, right? I can say at the end of the day, if my current sum not in hash map, which means it's not there, then in that case I'll initialize this as hash map of current sum is, let's say, a list. Let's say it's a list. That's it. And it's going to contain whatever this nums of I is. Notice carefully, I'm not reducing nums of I, I'm initializing it to a value and then reducing the value. You can see the highlighted part. So nums of I is still 159, but value is 0 at the end of the day. At the end of this process, value is 0. Okay. Else what I can say is hash map of current sum dot append whatever this would be. Let's say in this case nums of I. Done. Okay. Once this is done, I know कि मेरा hash map में एक sum है और एक वो है. ठीक है. अब मेरे को एक वो initialize करना है max value, which is in this case 0. Max value is in this case 0. So okay, it's saying -1 in case we don't find anything, right? There are no two numbers, so we return -1. Why have they not written a -1 here? So in case I find, I return the number, else I return -1 instead of a 0. So I can say that my max value is initialized to -1. That's it. Numbers can be from 1, so max value can never be 0. It could be -1 or a value greater than equivalent to 1. Okay. So let's say for key in hash map, I know my set of values is probably hash map of key. So hash map of key, by the way. And in this case, my bad. In this case, I know key 159, right? And 900. 159 and let's say 951, which is greater, 951, right? It will be sorted properly. No problem at all. It will be sorted properly. So this is nothing but a list of nums of I. Now I just have to sort this. So values dot sort. That's it. Once I've sorted this, I'll say key if values, or let's say if length of values is greater than equivalent to 2, it means it has at least 2 elements. In that case, I can update my max value as the maximum of my previous max value, and probably values of 0. Sorry. This should be probably values of -1 plus values of -2. By the way, -1, -2 is getting me the last 2 digits, which is the maximum. That's it. At the end, I think so I can return max value, and let's see, use example test cases, run code. 54 -1. Let's try to submit this. Accepted. Great. ज़्यादा कुछ था नहीं इसमें. ये वाला देखते हैं. Query kth smallest trim number. I'll get some water. Query kth smallest trim number, right? You're given a zero indexed array of strings nums where each string is of equal length. You're given a zero indexed array of strings. Let's say Vaibhav, Kumar, anything could be there, Gainsight and so on. Strings nums where each string is of equal length and consists of only digits. अच्छा, each string is of equal length. तो अगर 5 है तो सब 5 ही होंगे, and 5 का length होगा and consists of only digits. So it could be 1 0 0. So it's 0 to 9 में range है, right? You're also given a zero indexed 2D integer array queries where queries of I is k of I comma trim of I. For each queries of I, you need to trim each number in nums to its rightmost trim of I digits. अच्छा, so rightmost 5 digits trim करना है. That's it. Determine the index of the kith smallest trim number in nums. If two trimmed numbers are equal, the number with the lower index is considered to be smaller. Okay. हाँ, so let's say दो trim number है 100, एक और है 100. So if equal, okay, जो smallest index पे वो consider करेंगे. Reset each number in nums to its original length. Okay. पहले क्वेश्चन समझ ले. Return an array answer of the same length as queries where answer of I is the answer to the ith query. अच्छा, पहले blindly मैं answer बना लूँ यहाँ पे. Like whatever my answer is, it's going to be n is nothing but the length of nums, and let's say m is the length of whatever my queries is, and answer is going to be query का length. Initial configuration done. Queries का length भी different है. Makes sense. Okay. Means to remove. Okay, to trim to the rightmost x digits, let's say to trim to the rightmost 5 digits, means to keep removing the leftmost digit until only x digits remain. Okay, ठीक है. Strings in nums may contain leading zeros. Doesn't matter, it's string, right? So never matters. Okay, so in this case it's saying 1 and 1, पहला वाला. So after trimming to the last digit, nums becomes, अच्छा एक ही डिजिट बचना चाहिए, राइट? हाँ, ट्रिम ऑफ आई सेज कि सब में एक डिजिट बचना चाहिए. मेक सेंस. सो इसमें क्या बोलूँगा कि 1 लिखा है, इट मीन्स सब लोग क्या हो जाएंगे 2 3 1 एंड 4. या 2 3 1 एंड 4. द स्मॉलेस्ट नंबर इज 1 एट इंडेक्स 2. दैट्स इट. हाँ, 0 1 2. सो आई हैव टू रिटर्न द इंडेक्स एट विच इट इज अकरिंग, नॉट एनीथिंग रैंडम. 3 बोला है, राइट? तो 102 ये सब नॉर्मली हो गया. तो 102 में 3 मतलब क्या हो गया कि मेरे को तब तक करना है जब तक after trimming to the last digit, trim to the last 3 digits, number is unchanged. The second smallest number is 251 at the okay. So 3 digits बचने चाहिए. इसमें क्या था, 1 digit बचना चाहिए था. So 2314. इसमें 3 digit बचना चाहिए. So already 3 digits है. In that case I can say कि इसमें से क्या बोला, second largest number, right? और second smallest number. So first smallest number is 814. Second smallest number is 251, which is at again the second index. Hence the answer second index. Okay, makes sense. अब क्या बोला है, 2. तो मतलब 02 मतलब 2 ही हो गया. 73 51 14. और क्या है, चौथा. So fourth smallest number is the largest number itself in this case. So 73 आंसर होगा 1. ठीक है. Okay, and then we have 1 2. So have to do it in a very optimal way, right? Let's see क्या किया जा सकता है यहाँ पे. So one thing I can see is कि what can we do? Let's see. इस 2 में भी तो आंसर मेरे को पता ही है कि 1 बोला है. So 2 is the answer. So the 0th index it's occurring. 02 रहेगा तो उसको मैं इंट में कन्वर्ट कर दूंगा ना, कोई झमेला ही नहीं है. और इसमें बोल दिया था क्या कि कहाँ लिखा था किट में, हाँ, string in nums may contain leading zeros. Never matters, like it's okay, yeah, it's leading 0. So this is 4. This is 4 itself. So don't need to worry about that. एक है ना, तो मतलब 4 7 6 4. तो in this case second would be 4 itself, right? Yes, second largest digit 4 6 7. So 1 2. थर्ड कौन सा, ये. So 0 1 2 3. Okay, why am I getting this one? Trim to the last digit, nums becomes 4764. The second smallest number is 4 at index 3. Why? Second smallest number. Okay, second smallest number, right? So first smallest number is this one, this wala 4. हाँ. Then the next smallest would be this wala 4, because इसमें बोल दिया था कि if two trim numbers are at the equal, I mean if they are equal, the number with the lower index is considered to be smaller. Getting any call? नहीं आ रहा है कि वेट ओके इट्स अ लिटिल कॉम्प्लिकेटेड आई डोंट नो नम्स का लेंथ क्या है 100 सो nums of I length is 100 so can I do a brute force here like 100 cross 100 I can do that hmm. So equal query's total length is less than equivalent to 100 queries so to nums total length is less than equivalent to nums of I dot length okay so in this case like brute force दिख रहा है right 100 and 100 है like simple brute force I can apply क्या कर सकते हैं 102 है so एक पैरामीटर रखेंगे something like 3 which means जब भी क्वेरी का 3 आएगा 3 वाला उठा के आंसर दे देंगे 3 में क्या किया जा सकता है 102 473 251 814 पूरा को लेके हाँ वी कैन डू दैट बट ऑल्सो वन मोर थिंग कि इस केस में क्या हो जाएगा 24 है ना तो ये हो जाएगा 4764 ये किस में आ रहा है 1 में बाय द वे एंड जब ये 1 में आ रहा है तो जब सेकंड स्मॉलेस्ट नंबर पूछा है तो ओके आई हैव टू आल्सो गेट दैट नंबर का इंडेक्स ना नॉट ओनली जस्ट एनीथिंग बट नंबर का इंडेक्स ओके टू स्टोर द नंबर बट उसका इंडेक्स भी हाँ दैट कैन बी डन ना 4 का 0 पे है 7 1 पे है 6 2 पे है 4 3 पे है शॉर्ट मारेंगे तो 4 4 वो ऑटोमेटिक रीएडजस्ट हो जाएगा हाँ तो क्या प्रॉब्लम है उसमें हाँ हो तो जाएगा तो एक चीज़ देख लेते हैं कि नम्स का लेंथ क्या है सो आई कैन से एल इज नथिंग बट let's say the length of the very first person the first number nums of I ओके ये हो गया सो लेट्स से इसमें भी हैश मैप ही डाल देते हैं कोई ऐसा प्रॉब्लम है नहीं हैश मैप यूज़ कर सकते हैं while by the way this k can be till 1 so while l is greater than 0 it means l 1 तक जाएगा इनिशियली l क्या है एनी नंबर लेट्स से 3 सो 3 डिजिट्स कंसीडर करने से I'll say कि simply loop in nums and get the and get it stored in the format of something like let's say nums of I comma उसका index I that makes a lot of sense I have to do that so probably my value is an empty array or I can say value is क्या बोलेंगे value is an array of length n बना दिए पहले से ही चलो so for string slicing can be done easily, it's not a problem at all. और सोच रहा हूँ कि और क्या किया जा सकता था इसमें. अच्छा, let's do it the other way ना. अच्छा रहेगा क्या? This is also the same thing, right? Hmm. Okay, let's do it. This is also fine. For I in range n, what is my current string? That would be nums of I, but उसको slice करना है. कैसे slice करेंगे इसको? Let's say this is nothing but let's say k is l. इसको मैं slice कर सकता हूँ. Okay, wait. Let's say the number is this thing. और कम कर देते हैं ना. हाँ, यहाँ पे k क्या है? 4 है. l क्या है? इनिशियली 4 है. मेरे को क्या करना है? स्टार्टिंग में पूरा ले लेना है. तो will that not be something like k माइनस एल से लेके एंड तक, या k माइनस एल से लेके एंड तक. इनिशियली 4 माइनस 4 इज 0, सो 0 से लेके एंड तक नम्स ऑफ आई आ जाएगा करंट स्ट्रिंग में. व्हाट इफ नेक्स्ट स्टेप में l चेंज हो गया 3 में, राइट? l चेंज होगा 3 में, दैट्स फॉर श्योर. लाइक l यहाँ पे मैं कम कर देता हूँ, नीचे में कम हो गई. तो इसमें क्या हो जाएगा? 4 माइनस 3 इज 1, तो मैं 1 से लूंगा विच इज 2 3 4. मेक सेंस? ओके, दैट इज करेक्ट. ले लिया हूँ. ओके, करंट स्ट्रिंग हो जाएगा ये. और आई कैन इवन से माई करंट number would be this thing, and at the end I can say current number is int of probably current number. Beautiful. Once this is done, I can say value dot append value dot append. I'll take in this small tuple current number and the index it is occurring at I. That's it. And last में मैं बोलूँगा कि in the hash map for this value L, simply store this value, right? And also by the end of the day I'll say value dot sort. That's it. Reverse is equal to true. जब ये भी कर दिया मैंने, हैश मैप ऑफ एल में वैल्यू चला गया. दैट्स इट. जब 4 आएगा क्वेरी तो हैश मैप ऑफ एल में मेरे को ढूंढना है. ब्यूटीफुल. अब व्हाट कैन आई डू नाउ? क्वेरी प्रोसेस करो. सो फॉर क्वेरी में क्या था? k कॉमा q था ना, k कॉमा q करके k एंड ट्रिम ऑफ आई. अच्छा, सो आई कैन से फॉर k comma trim in queries, more formally for I in range m, what is my k value and what is my trim value? It's going to be nothing but queries of I. Beautiful. k and trim आ गया. अब trim का मेरे को उसमें ढूंढना है, right? So I will look into hash map of trim. That's it. So when I look into that, उसमें भी like pick the kth value, because second smallest value is okay, second smallest value, right? Not largest. So reverse is true नहीं होगा. This is like sorted in ascending order. That's it. Nothing much going on. Ascending order. So pick the kth what do we say, smallest value. So यहाँ पे मैं बोलूँगा कि my answer to this query I would be hash map of trim of k. That's it, right? By the way, k minus 1, because k minus 1 makes sense. And at the end I can probably return my answer. Use example test cases. Run code. What should be the answer? 221030. ओके लोकल वेरिएबल राइज रेफरेंस बिफोर असाइनमेंट कहाँ पे है ये? नम्स ऑफ जीरो होगा ना ये? ओके रन कोड रन टाइम एरर अच्छा लेस देन इज नॉट लिस्ट एंड इंट वैल्यू डॉट सॉर्ट लिस्ट एंड इंट कहाँ पर गलती हो रहा है? वैल्यू इज जीरो फॉर आई इन रेंज इतना ओके 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 सो हाँ क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं? ये होगा वैल्यू ऑफ आई ना? वैल्यू ऑफ आई इज दिस थिंग उफ क्या कर रहा है? हाँ डन सो डन रन कोड लेट्स सी अभी कहाँ पे गड़बड़ हो रहा है 2210 and 30 2210 and 30 let's submit this wrong answer okay let's see यहाँ पे कहाँ पे करती है expected इतना output is this thing okay why am I having this output here okay so this would be probably this thing estimate of trim k minus 1 but I'll take the index of it right so if I again use the example test cases and run the code then your answer is 2210 expected answer is also this thing even if I take this and let's say I paste this here again I run the code this should be giving me 2210 right run code 2210 done submit हो जाए done okay ज़्यादा कुछ था नहीं इसमें but okay what I did was कि numbers एक एक करके process किए and brute force nothing special एक एक करके नंबर इसमें वैल्यू में लिए बट ऑल्सो आई टुक द इंडेक्स बिकॉज इंडेक्स इज समथिंग दे नीड इन द आंसर लास्ट में वैल्यू सॉर्ट किया एंड आंसरिंग द क्वेरीज इन अ बिग ऑफ वन टाइम ब्यूटिफुल okay this is also done minimum deletions to make array divisible let's see minimum deletions to make array divisible you're given two positive integer arrays nums and nums divide okay you can delete any number of elements from nums return the minimum number of deletions such that the smallest element in nums divides all the elements of nums divide. If this is not possible, return a negative one. Acha, okay. Note that an integer x divides y if y modulo x is equivalent to 0. That's like the basic definition of what do we say? This thing, okay. So 23243 and nums divide is 969315. So I think so 3 should be the value which I should be looking forward to. So the very first thing I'll look into nums divide is the smallest value. Let's say the smallest value in nums divide is 4 and इसमें 2 है. So I know for a fact कि that should be it, right? क्या आ गया message? Okay. So it's saying that the smallest element in nums divides all the elements of nums divide. Okay. Nums divided 969315 969315. What is the length of all of this? 10 to the power 5, right? So 10 to the power 5 is the length of this as well. So can I not do GCD बोलते हैं right? क्या GCD कर सकता हूँ ना इसका? Let's say I'll find the GCD of nums divide. GCD का एक formula था which I cannot remember. So let's try that out. Import math dot GCD करके था right? Let's say 4 and 16. So this should be 2. अच्छा 4 है. Okay. Let's say my values are क्या क्या था यहाँ पे 969315. So 9693 and 15. And let's say my GCD इतना क्या कर रहा हूँ so G is initially math dot GCD of let's say 9 and 6 and then इसमें loop कर लेते हैं for let's say value in for v in value का ये करके मैंने बोल दे रहा हूँ कि g is math dot gcd of probably g and whatever this v is. At the end, if I just simply print g, 3 देना चाहिए, 3 दिया है, okay. So I'll find out the gcd of math.gcd, gcd of this nums divide first of all. Nums divide का gcd निकाल लिया, greatest common divisor. Once it's found out, I will say कि 15 and 30 का greatest common divisor क्या है? फिफ्टीन है. 15 and 17 का क्या है? 1 है. जहां मेरे को 1 दिखा एंड इन नम्स इसका मैं मिनिमम हीप निकाल लूंगा, राइट? मिनिमम हीप निकाल लूंगा. हाँ. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल नम्स को मेरे को मिन हीप में कन्वर्ट करना है, लाइक आग बंद करके. सो इम्पोर्ट हीप क्यू. लेट्स से मेरा एक मिन हीप है विच इज एम्प्टी एंड फॉर वैल्यू in whatever this nums is, I can say like heap q dot heap push in minimum heap. I'll push in what? The value itself. So right now like minimum heap has been created out of nums. That's it. अब मेरे को GCD वैल्यू निकाला nums divide का. So import heap q हो गया. एक और कर लेते हैं. Let's say import math. So then I can say that GCD value is initially what could we say? GCD value is initially nums of 0. So for I in range, let's have this as n is equivalent to length of nums. So for I in range 1 comma n, I can say that my GCD value is math dot GCD. By the way, math dot GCD runs in a logarithmic time, so beautiful. And this should be probably nums of I. GCD भी निकल गया. अच्छा, GCD मेरे को किसका निकालना है? सॉरी, nums का नहीं, nums divide का निकालना है. Nums divide makes sense. So nums divide done. This would be what? Nums divide of I done. GCD वैल्यू निकल गया, करेक्ट. अब क्या कर सकते हैं? GCD वैल्यू निकल गया, देन सिंपल प्रोसीड्योर. अगर इसका GCD मेरा कितना आया है? 3 आया है, then I'll keep on removing from nums, which is my minimum heap, until I encounter a value 3. That's it. In this case, I know कि my GCD value is 2, right? Value ही 3 से start हो रहा है, so it's a negative 1. Makes sense. So I can say while min heap of 0 is less than while min heap of 0 is less than whatever my GCD value is. It is less than, right? Because what if it is 2 or 3 है? So it will never make sense, or will it? अच्छा, मैं एक और काम कर सकता हूँ. while min heap का लेंथ कितना है? n है, राइट? n ही यूज कर लेते. So while n minus equivalent to 1, because वो remove करेंगे, I can say my current value is what? Heap q dot heap pop from min heap. And how many have I removed? So I can say like removed is initially 0. So यहाँ पे क्या हो गया कि I removed the heap, pop, heap, and then pop. Okay. Value is something I have. Now I'll say in this case that if by any chance my value is greater than the GCD value, correct? In that case, I can probably like return here -1, which means my answer is not existing. Else, I know for a fact, I'll look forward to something like if GCD value modulo this current value is equivalent to 0, I know I have found my answer. In this case, I can probably return the number of removed elements. That's it. Else in this case I can say removed plus equivalent to 1, and at the end of the day return removed. Let's use example test cases. Run the code. 2 and -1 and 2 and -1. Let's submit this. Oh my god, list index out of range. Math.gcd nums divide I. Is this no. So n is going to be let's have something like m is length of nums divide. So this is going to be m, by the way, and not n. Okay, removed is 0. ठीक है. So where is it? ये वाला भी टेस्ट केस ले ले एंड इसको यहाँ चिपका देते हैं. इसको रन करते हैं तो expected is 6 and your answer is also 6. Use example test cases. This is a hard problem. No, this is not even hard. मतलब this is somewhat medium. Pending judging. Please hold accept it. Done. Okay, all 4 questions done, right? Okay, so close this. इसको भी बंद कर देते हैं. Okay, I'm stopping the stream.